Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from JazzleDazzleCraft.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I live and work in Scotland, and today I'm playing with Regal Flora, which is from the upcoming catalogue, which I've just been prepping to get posted out to people. Just bear with me till I find myself. It's took me 67 years. But I still haven't found myself. View my channel. Take the volume off. Hello, Lanny. Are you watching from work? Hi, Randy. Nice to see you, people. I'm just playing, just kind of been thinking to myself today of when else I could come on live other than on a Sunday and what would work. And I think that around this time on a Tuesday and possibly a Thursday would work. So I just want to increase. Didn't really plan out what I'm going to do. You're sneaking in. So I've just pulled things from my desk because it was like, are you going to do this or are you not going to do this? So I forced myself to come to my desk and do something. So I've got bits of card, I've got a mask here, and I've got Regal Flora. I know that's probably not a current colour now, but I do have peach pie. I don't know if that is peach pie. Do you think it is? I don't know. I'm thinking that's not peach pie, but I'll go in and see if I've got peach pie. A wee sneaky in. In you come. So if you're watching, please say hello. Hello, Nancy. In you come. I'm just looking to see, because this is not thought out in any way. But then you can help. I do have peach pie in here. I'm wondering if that is peach pie. I don't think. No, it's not. It's an older colour. But let's bring peach pie out because I think I'm going to do some peach pie flowers. I do quite often just come to my desk and play Bonnie. So I do have the house to myself for a wee while on a Tuesday. Not that that's any reason for me not to. I think it was pale papaya. You're quite right, Randy. But I think we could use that. And I've got mossy meadow. Actually, these colours aren't too bad together, are they? Or old olive, maybe. Old olive might be just slightly lighter. I'm just looking for colours that work together. That's good, isn't it? For the greens. Well, just let's play. Maybe another green in there. I don't really know. I maybe just bring in something, a wild card in there. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's play. So I've got some ink. There's pads next to me. I've got some stamps. We might bring in another colour yet. But these masks are close by. So I think let's just, it's got a hole in it. I don't know if it still works very well. It's sticky works. It does have blue on it, so who knows. So this is masking paper that I used with another set. And they probably need bend, but I just thought, look, I'm sure they've got one more use in them before they get binned. Now, I'm not going to worry too much about this blue here because I'm just not. So I'm just going to stamp and then see what happens. And yeah, I've got some blocks. And some stamps. Oh, you got loads of and let's just, should we just use this one just now and see? I need to grow some fingernails for this job. It doesn't want to come out. Do not just pull when that happens, just keep playing with it. Let's see, I don't think I've used that flower. Yeah. So I'm going to have peach pie. I think peach pie works as well with a lot of things, so let's just see what happens. So the idea is that all the stamping on this card, hi Kenzie, all the stamping on this card will be within that circle really. So we'll see what we think. There's no plan. This is a bit juicy, but that's okay because it will kind of, it will go back a bit. Oh, I've kind of left a triangle there. The Bermuda Triangle. What will I do with that? I'm actually just going to stamp a flower over the top there because it will just die back and I'm not going to worry about that. Right, so then I think I want to use a bit of, this might be horrible, it's possible. But anyway, come away in everyone, the fire's on, the air conditioning's on in the other corner. Just come in and I'm stamping that off. And I'm not going to concern myself if it goes over. And if we don't like this, that's all right. Because we can chuck it in the bin if we don't like it. Or we could turn it over and use the other side. But I think it'll be fine. And you see what I mean about that peach pie going back? The colour is lightening now. And I'm going in with Old Olive. Hi, Old Olive. Or Young Olive. This is just stamping playtime. Make it up as you go along, kind of. I love Old Olive. I think it's a fabulous colour. I'm actually going to go in here with this. I haven't got enough fingers here. Now, the other thing I can do with this is actually leave it alone. Just stop. I'm going to get I'm supposed to be closing the ink pad and then open one. What I'm going to do is get a blue brush. This is the one I usually use for my night of navy, and I'm just going to go around here. At the moment I'm not even adding any ink to the brush. I'm just taking the stark white off there. Whoops, that was not what I wanted. That's why this, what I mean by this is kind of coming to the end of its, like, you can actually go in words as well and have foliage coming in. I'm just using up what's left on the ink pad, on the stamp. I've not added any more ink, but I might add in a bit of dotage. Old Olive is in your top 3 greens. That's good. Oops, come on. Need to use these more because they're really very sticky icky. Now I'm going to go in with the peach pie here, just around the edge a bit, but I'm going to stamp off. I'm not going to go in full strength, even though it's just dots. So stamp off, and then dottiness is always required. Well, nearly always, not always. I think I might have gone on full strength there. I must have forgotten. But, you know, the person getting the card doesn't know the rules. The whole thing is, Kenzie, you use what you have. Oh, okay, you watching something nice, Ruth? So I'm just making sure that my fingies are not too messy. I will just carefully peel off and hope that we like what we see. I do like what I see. That's cool, isn't it? So we will need a sentiment and I will need card base. So let's just go with, or shall we go with, okay, a green card base or a peach pie card base. I'm actually thinking that the green works better, doesn't it? Need a sentiment there though. Tell me what you think. And okay, mossy meadow for a sentiment. Oh no, I've got Old Olive, she'll do. Yeah, the green works really well. Right, can I manage to stamp a sentiment and not get covered? Sending love your way. Who doesn't need a bit of love? Hopefully big. Oh, there's the one I want. I absolutely love this stamp set, and as I did say earlier, it will be available to you from the 4th of September. It's in the new mini catalogue, and I am just preparing mine to get them posted out, and I will be posting them to anyone who has ordered with me or been to one of my classes in the last sort of roughly 6 to 9 months. If you've not purchased from me or been in a class in that time scale, but you would still like one, please get in touch and let me know. Hi Karen, nice to see you here on our live. Ladies, budge up and let lovely Karen in. There we go, see? Yeah, I'm just sticking with simple stamping here today. But see, my flower in the middle worked quite well there. It just makes this look like one big flower now. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with it. Quite pleased. I do have the circle that came out of there, so we'll have a go at doing it the opposite way around. This is a technique that I use frequently. Andy says, can you show us a technique? I can show you masking. That's my favourite. One of my favourite techniques. Let me see. Did you just notice that glue worked immediately? That might be because I had a Zoom class this afternoon and I was using it then. That could be. Yeah, I used actually that mask from Circled in Nature Dies, or whatever it's called, Spotlight on Nature. Right, so I'm okay with that. It's just all these bits, I've got them on the wall beside me and they keep falling off, so I thought I'd just give that, see, use that with Spotlight on Nature, but now we can use it with Regal Flora, can't we? Now I did this as a make and take at one of our Putler events, and these are bits left over, but they're, as I say, they're getting it, they're falling about and getting in the way, so let's just... So this time, what will we do? We'll stick with the same colour palette, I think. So we'll do the flowers with the... I keep wanting to call it Pretty in Peach, but it's not Pretty in Peach at all. Janice. Right, so we'll use the trio of flowers, I think. And I'll need a block. I don't want to take the other things off blocks, so I don't know, I'm having I thought I had loads. I do have loads, they're just going further back. So I'm thinking that this might be a new lifetime for me. I'm just turning that round. Trying to make contact with the circle as a... It does look really bright at first, but you'll see that it does die back quite a bit. The other thing is it does go over the holes, so eventually we'll end up with that wee pattern. Oops, that's not good stamping, and I'll probably mess it up by doing it again. But I did it again. Right, let's add some foliage in here. This is a colour I'm really become quite fond of, this wild wheat. Some classic mistakes there. I just made rookie errors, but do you know what? I'm going with it. You do have to press quite hard because of the circle, even though that is the masking paper, just so that you end up with your circle at the end. Did I stamp off the last? Well, that one, it will go back as well. It will die back a bit too, but let's stamp that off too. And then, so you're stamping around the circle. And then I'm going to come on in over the top with Oldie Olive. Just bringing the foliage down a wee bit there. So are you all comfortable? Hey Lisa, good morning Australia. I'm just going to do just add a wee bit green there, and let's just do some here. We will bring in our dotage. It's really quite funny, this one, with this, it's like sort of regular squares. I'm going to change that, and I'm going to do it with Old Olive. Are you windy? Are you windy, Lisa? Is your weather windy, I should say? Yeah, it's a bit wild and windy here too. So instead of stamping off, I've stamped off on my card. Lost my rhythm. There's nothing worse than losing your rhythm. It's that time of day. Okay, then I wonder what colour will I come in here with. I feel that there's gaps there, and I want that, so I don't know whether to come in with I don't know whether to come in with the blend or the marker pen. I'm actually going to come in with the marker pen. I'll do it why. Just because the shading can be just a little bit different between the blends. Now again, this will look bright at first. I'm just dotting it rather than giving it a solid. I'm not sure, but that's the only way I can find out if I like it or not, is just to go for it. But yeah, you can see it is, the colour is going back a wee bit. Just when it goes on wet, it's quite bright. I'm just dotting, just to disguise that there. I'll leave that. And then I think I'll come in with wild wheat here, which seems a bit really silly, but I see how it goes. But obviously I'm going to take most of it back off again and then just come in gently there. Oh, my light just went off and yet I've got the power on it. What's that about? Bear with me. I want to make all these wee dotty bits into wild wheat. So I'm picking up some ink, I'm starting off on the masking paper, and you'll see when I'm done it's just worth the effort. And just to even things up, just come in from the edge. Just takes the stark. Hi Lisa. And you come. Nice to have you here too. Right, I think I need to stop and I need to close my ink up. Good to see you. What did I say? Good to see you. To see you nice. So everyone, budge up and let everyone in and make sure everyone's got a drink and something to eat. And let's see if we can peel this off without making any damage. See what I mean? This mask is just about ready for the bin, and I just thought I would get one last use out of it. And I think I made the right decision because I quite like what's happening here. Oh, hi Liz! Yeah, and I spoke to you earlier today. I didn't know for sure I was going to do this, but it's been in the back of my mind that actually Tuesday and Thursdays around 7 most weeks are okay for me, so I really want to up the ante on my lives. Okay, so where are my card bases? Right beside you, Janice. Okay. So again, that would work on using up these Mossy Meadow card pieces. I just like what's lying about on my desk that I'm trying to use up. I'm wondering about that black in a little while though. Okay. So if I just see, I think Old Olive and Mossy Meadow are in the same sort of hue, so I can think they mix and match quite well. Although I've stamped with Old Olive, I think Mossy Meadow works fine as a background. I still like that sounding Love Your Way. I don't know if it needs a bigger sentiment. What have I got that's got a bigger sentiment? Tell me a stamp set that's got, you know, a bit more sentiment. Oh, hi Judy, and you come. Is there anyone else in here that I haven't said hello to? Tell me. Oh, I need a wee bit more wording. Even that one would work, wouldn't it? Sending thanks and much love. It's just that bit bigger. Tell me you don't like that. I don't know if I've got You're Beautiful. What's You're Beautiful? I'm trying to think. I think I'll go with that one. That worked really well. Well, we have gone with it. I'm gonna. It's a bit late now, Janice. You've done it. Obviously, if you're not too keen on all that amount of white space, I like it, but you could use some embellishments. Just, we might get the embellishments out and have a wee, just add something. Hi, Polly. No, it's fine. It's just a wee drop in. A drop in live. I just dropped in out of the blue. Kind of a, yeah, it was like I had decided I would, and then I started doing something else, and then I was reading an email, and I thought it was about, actually it was the bill for my book when thing, and I didn't think it was right, so I had to go and look at it properly and assure myself that they were charging me correctly, and they were. Do you know how you think, well, that can't be right? Because I changed my plan sort of halfway through the month, which was probably silly, but it worked. So, using the masks that are dying, I sort of used them up once more, and I'm using bits of card that were still on my desk. Now, I don't know what, I'm just really just playing, so what we could do is, where's my block here? I'm really playing, really playing here. I'm just using the same colours and the same stamps set, but those masks are dead now, so now I'm just going to try and do an inky background and then stamp on it, but I will need to probably go for, I need a different colours to add to this in a minute, and I'm going to go for something really strong in a minute. In colour, not for my drink. I know, I bet some of you think, oh, she's thinking about her gin and tonic. Right, I just lifted, there it is. I had just lifted the spritzer, the one with the alcohol in, but, well, actually, alcohol dries quicker, so why not spritz with alcohol? But it's not my gin this time, it's 99% rubbing alcohol. And it might be horrible, it might be too dark. And look at that, she's put it on the... That's why I cut loads of these all at once. I'll use that maybe in a minute, but let's just see. Didn't mean to move that, but never mind. We'll just go with it, see what we get. It might be unusable. Not sure. No. I'll trim it down. It's not really what I was after. But let's just, maybe like to mix. I had the other one was there and then I put it back. What's that about? Might work better with water. Probably not enough now. They say don't mix water and alcohol, or don't mix oil and water. I really am playing silly now. We should just get a wee faded background here. Hey Shaz. We like that. That's very good. Where does that bright green come from? That came from the wild wheat, because I added alcohol and then water. That's interesting, isn't it? Actually, that's not as bad now that it's gone back a bit. That one's gone in the bin, it's all torn now. That's torn it. I will have to trim this because it's a little bit squint. So I don't know whether now to stamp in here with something really dark. Hi Ruthie. I think I'm going to go really quiet. Try something really, that might seem pretty silly, but let's just try it and see what happens. Where are they? Where's the three flowers? There they are. Hi Sherry, in you come. We've made 2 sensible cards. Now we're just doing mad things to see what happens. Wild thing. We're doing wild things to see if they work. Wild things. You make my heart sing. Okay, struck off. You'll all run away if I sing properly. It's a wild thing. You make my heart sing. But I want to know for sure. I'll leave it at that and we'll put in some leaves, but we'll still stick with Pebbled Path for our stamping. And I will trim it a bit because it's a bit squintified. Just go in with this one, Jenny's sew. Amy Toxing. Toxing. Okay, so whose song is it? Come on, all you oldies, tell us. Because I want to know for sure. The Trogs, oh gosh. We really are old, aren't we, ladies? Is anybody liking this? I think I might be. I think I might be liking it. That's okay. You might have missed me singing, Lanny. I'm not sure, but there's something happening here that I quite like. I'm going to trim it down a wee bit. We'll trim it down, then we'll layer it up. But this bit is annoying me here because it's not straight. So if I just take it a bit closer in there and straighten it up slightly. It's just a slight thing. No idea what size I'm taking this to, but I just need, see what I mean? It just needed for that edge to be straight. And I need to take that off there. So is that, let's see. So if we take that to a measurement that's easy to remember. So I've taken that to 14.5 there. I've not got a clue what I'm doing, because I'm not going to put it on this colour, I'm just trying to look at it. So I do need to take a little bit off there. Let's take a wee ½ centimetre off there, and then, so that is 8.8. It's not in any proportion that anyone else has ever. So I'm not sure whether to try stamping a sentiment in here or put more leaves in there and just put thanks, because I'm just trying to stay with one layer cards. So if I just put this thanks, I don't know what I'm doing, honestly. I'm just playing. I make it up as I go along. Come on, thank you, come out of my box. I need to get that wee, where's my pokey tool? I've got no fingernails. I actually might pop this wee bud in instead of foliage. Let's, I've nothing to lose, it's just a bit of paper. I don't think I've done silhouette stamping with Pebbled Path. I like it. It's got a sort of brownie tinge to it. I rather like it. Remember that what you teach people when you teach them to stamp about tap, 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 not dig, 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 and I've just done dig, dig, dig. And got a halo. Oh, William, did you miss it? Oh, you'll just need to go back and get it on replay then, won't you? Wild thing, you make my heart sing. But I want to know for sure. I think that one needs to be full strength in the middle there. Do you think I'm doing too much stamping? Thanks. I'm going to sneak the thanks in here. See? Because I'm an angel. That's another song. I'm a broken down angel. Do you know that song? I did a breathing alcohol from that. Is that what it is, Randy? I think I'm just going to pop some more flowers in here. Someone else can sing Broken Down Angel for me. Well, I've got rhythm. That's why I can talk, sing, but because I have hearing issues, it sounds fine in my head, but everyone else tells me it's not fine. You can actually, when I sing, you can actually see polite people trying their best not to laugh. What do you think? I'm not sure that we've got enough of this in. Or I just think maybe walk away from the stamp, Janice, and stop. Right, let's... I've got rhythm. I've got... Yeah, see, I told you. Who could ask for anything more? There's one thing, do you know these things that they use on YouTube? They use like computer things to detect if you're using someone's copyrighted music. I very much doubt they would find that on mine. Okay, what do you think that will work on there? Well, at least maybe you have a memory of being able to sing. That's my mum used to say, "Who's that screeching?" Because my mum had a beautiful singing voice. Beautiful singing voice. She asked to go and have singing lessons, and her dad sent her to typing school instead. Oh dear. Oh no, I wasn't making the card base with that, was I? I was... See, I start blethering and then I forget what I'm doing. Right, so this was 8.8, so I want this to be 9.2 down there. And it was 13.5, so if I cut that too. That can't be right. Was it 14.5? It was 13.5, Janice. I might have to trim it down just to get my proportions better, I'm not sure. See how this looks on. I had one a minute ago, just a white card. What do you think? That's turned out okay, hasn't it? Have you sang solos? That very good, Sherry. So you obviously have a tune. My husband can hold a tune. Peter can hold a tune, but he won't project his voice. He just sings quietly. So he sings quietly in my ear. Is that romantic? You sing until you make him conscious that he's singing and then he stops. It's quite shy about it. How Great Thou Art. Oh, that is a fantastic song. Remember my dad having that's one of his, he used to sing, and my dad didn't have a singing voice either, but he liked singing things like How Great Thou Art. And then I did it my way, and When You Walk Through a Storm, and yeah. Although I do remember my mum's rendition of When You Walk Through a Storm. Oh my goodness. Hello, Indiani. In you come. Come away in and have a wee seat, take a drink from the table and something to eat, and budge up with your pals. If you want it to be a fire, it's a fire. If you want it to be air conditioning, it's air conditioning. So there you go, we've got 3 cards. So there was number 1, number 2, number 3, and we've got this background here. We even have a start of a background there. We'll see what happens. I'm liking the colour scheme, and I'm bringing in the pebbled path. I think is cool. So do we stick with the same stamp set here? Now you see, we can turn this way, and we could use this sentiment. I had no idea that this was going to happen when I came on, and actually sometimes these unplanned, just see where it takes you stuff is better. I'm taking that in a wee bit because I'll probably trim it a bit at that end. So, see, it's on an artistic angle there. So will we just do the flowers in? Oh, well, yeah, do you know what though? They won't, don't let them take your sense of humour away. Don't let them have that. I love this stamp. That's what's wrong. I just have to stamp with it all the time. Oh. I'm going to pop this one right in there, just more to cover up that gap. Hi Anne, good morning New Zealand. Now, this time, there it is. This time I'm going to do some peach pie on this side and some of that on that side. I've not wet my chamois, so don't really have anything to clean my stamps with. So just, I don't know where my cloth is. Everything's hiding. I know it's quite a nice wee palette, isn't it? We'll add some embellishments before I go. I'm going to clean off the peach pie. And where is, right, okay, there's Old Olive, there's peach pie, there's Pebble Path. Where is Wild Wheat? How many people are at this desk? Where can it be? Anyone? Here it is. Stage right. And this time I'm going to take that stamp off in case it's a bit strong, and just do this over on the peach pie, just a wee exchange of the colours. Oop. I think that would be fine, wouldn't it? That's all right. Okay, so what am I? It's peach pie. Let's just have a big group hug, because I know there are more people in here struggling with things. William, you're going through some treatment, but there's quite a few other people in here as well that have hard stuff going on. So if we have just a wee group hug, I'm going to take this just to 14. And then 9.7. A wee group hug by the fire there. And that's not wide enough, but this one will be. So, oh, don't lay your work on dirty stamps, Janice. That's not the best idea. Oh, that one. And then that goes to 14.4. Not sure I've got a card base red. I'm really intrigued with that. The alcohol and then the water, what it did to the wild wheat. That's pretty clever, isn't it? I don't know if I've got, oh yeah, I've got one more white card base here. We just do that one like that. Just use what you've got, Janice. Now see, the temptation with this stamp set is to use it with all the Regal colours, as in the catalogue and in the papers that go with this suite. And that's why I deliberately have come on and used completely different colours. And you may not believe me, but before I came to my desk and switched on, I had no idea what colours I was going to use. I went rogue, that's me. See, I told you, wild thing. That's me, I'm a wild thing. See, that would also have looked nice on a black card base as well, wouldn't it? We'll just stick with the white though. There's always choices. With Stampin' Up, there's choices, and my goodness, there's going to be even more choices and colours once we get into September. Just do wait and see. Things are getting pretty hot at Stampin' Up. Some great ideas about to be unveiled to you all. So stick with us and watch this space. So that's 4. Okay, and I'm just going to play with this and see. I don't know if I'll make it into anything, but see, since I made that error, I think I will just do something, some swiping anyway. And then I'm going to bring in, what did I pair it with earlier? Old olive. Okay. So there's another background that's fun. Look at the state of the thingies. I know it's just a bit of fun. See, it was a mistake that I made, and then why not utilise that mistake? I don't know if this will show up, but we'll try. So it's quite strong, but yeah, now everyone thinks I did it on purpose, don't they? I don't need to admit to the fact that I dropped my paper on the ink pad. No, we don't want to be wasting it, do we? Hi, Shirley. It's playtime here. I'm making a mess. Where's the stamp that I want? Somebody's moving things around. There it is. That one. Make a wee space for Shirley. Squeeze it in. That's all right now. You moved over, Sherry. Thank you very much. Squeeze your Shirley in. Right, okay, so somewhere I've got thanks. So what about thanks? Thanks. 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 Yeah, that's a good idea, Nancy. I keep most of the things, but I just thought instead, but what happens is sometimes I don't get around to using them. What if this went through an embossing folder? Would that change it up a bit? Let's make a space. Right, what embossing folder do we have? think that's probably it. I think exposed brick works good with this. And what do we need? Oh, we need a cut and emboss machine. We need plates. Just have to bear with me, this was not on the plan. But we do have a bit of a problem here because I don't know where my thick plate is. That's a bit odd. Oh, here it is. Thank God. I didn't think it could be far. Oh, are y'all okay? I can breathe again. I think exposed brick is probably the one for this. Take care, Sherry. Let's pop this through. You don't actually have to take it back again. It's just easier than for me at this situation where then I won't have to knock my camera flying. Well, that does give that a bit more texture there. I think just a little wee bit of splatter with the pebbled path. It's too close, is it? Yeah, for when I'm putting the machine through, yeah, but it's just the way it has to be here. Hi, Mary. Nice to have you in here. So we've got two Marys. With these Stamp Right markers, you get a very fine splatter. Now, you will have by now seen a few people playing with this stamp set, but I'm willing to bet that none of us have done the same. Not really a better person, but do you know what I mean? I'm confident that none of us will have done anything like each other. Right, now, I'm not sure if this one... I'm still thinking that black is a good background here. Am I not? I need to trim this down a wee bit. Mary, you don't have to retract your message. It was a perfectly valid point. Honestly. Retracting your messages. I'm really, you know what, typos are amusing. I'm okay with typos, so don't. I know what I'm doing here. I'm going to have a black card base on a pebbled path. Maybe I'm not. Sorry, you get the indecision stuff because I didn't have it planned, and other people might come on and they know exactly what they're doing, so you don't have all this looking for. But as I didn't know what I needed, I couldn't get it out in advance because I didn't know what I was going to do. And then and that is just play. But do you know, play is so good for us. It's not just play is not just for children. We call it play, but it's about being creative, and it's exercising a part of your brain, the creative part. I'm using my finger here. I've got 2 bone folders somewhere here. Here they are. Really. I have all the tools. I'm so grateful for you all coming along to watch and sharing my playtime adventure. I've gone for a wee, oh, what a beautiful sky we have out here tonight. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's got pinks and blues and greys. There's another colour palette that's nice to play with. Pink, blue and grey. Who doesn't like that palette? Oh, it's just beautiful. With a tree silhouetted. I'm looking out my window. I would love to let you see, but my tech skills are not good enough for that. It's pretty beautiful, isn't it, tonight, Shirley? You're probably looking out at the same sky as I am. In fact, everybody does, don't you? Just see different bits of it. Right, take this messy sheet away now. And let's see. We have made 5 cards. It is nice just to play, Karen, and see what you come up with, isn't it? Right, so here's how it went. So using up the masks that had to the side of me. So we had 1. Oh, have you been off this week? Very good. I hope that's because it's a holiday and not for other reasons. We did that one, and then that one with the other, the whole, if you know what I mean. You've got a lovely sunrise. Wow. And then we played a wee bit with a block and ink. And this one was, do you know what I'm blethering? It's not wild peach, it's old olive and peach pie. And I sprayed that with alcohol and then put the paper on, and that's what I got. Wasn't too keen on it, but I'm good with it now. And then I just sprayed a bit of alcohol, and that's what happened. So it's the green has separated a little bit when I added the water. And it almost looks like wild wheat there, and a really bright, almost darker than a lemon lime twist. You took a week off to rest. Well, I hope you've done that very thing and rested. So that was number 4. And then because I had made that mess on that piece of paper, I decided to carry on and do swiping, and I'm okay with it. What do you think? What's your favourite? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So tell me what you like. What you really, really like. Tell me what you like, what you really, really like. Yeah, sometimes we just have to put ourselves first. So you're going 2, 1, 4, Judy. Mary's going with 1. Anne's going 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. Randy likes them all. I know you all like them all, and Shirley's favouring 1 and 4. And that's cool. I know you're there in the background, Lani. I can feel your energy. You like the first one and number 4. And Liz is 5, 4, 1. Well, it is a different kind of rest, and it's doing things that make you happy. 1 and 4, and 2 and 4 from Karen. So anyway, thanks very much for coming in. I hope you will try this kind of play as well with your stamp sets. Just, cheers, Lani. Just get them out and play. It's only paper. Do you know? So if you don't like what you do, you can chuck it. It's no big deal. It's just the process is more important than the product. Okay, so I'm just going to bring the phone down. Luckily, I hadn't plugged it into the power, so we've been lucky that it held out. I'll just let you see. I actually liking this with the texture, but I'm not sure you see that as well on camera. Yeah, there's something quite nice about it. Anyway, where's that? So thanks everyone for coming and playing with me on a Tuesday night. I'm hoping to make this regular. Not every week, I won't promise, because if something comes up, it comes up. But I'll try to come on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And still my Sunday, okay? Well, up the ante. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, whatever you're doing. Sleep well if that's what's next on your chart. Bye.